Hey everyone, and welcome back to GoHighLevel 360. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can set up the new high-level update, which is the Facebook or Instagram comment automation. This is going to work really great for those of us who are doing marketing campaigns where we're doing it based off of a keyword. So if somebody is commenting on our post, we can have an immediate automation that sends them a DM or replies to their comment or does both. If you want to learn more about this new update and everything that it entails and how you can set it up, GoHighLevel has it posted in their channel log. You can go here and kind of scroll through, and it basically walks you through it in a written version. So I'll go ahead and leave this link down below. But in this video, I'm going to show you directly how you can configure it using the recipe that they already have set up for you, as well as how you can make it better and more enhanced to go along with your marketing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now, if you haven't already and you are somebody who likes high-level tutorials and how-to videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and leave a like on this video. First thing we need to do when creating our new automation is we're going to want to go to Create Workflow and select a recipe. Now, as I mentioned before, HighLevel does have a recipe for Facebook comment automations, so here it is. We're going to go ahead and select this one. Alright, so now once you're inside your automation, the first thing you're going to want to do is go to the trigger action here and make sure you can select a page. Now, if you've gone into this trigger action and it's not allowing you to select a page, this is a really simple fix. All we need to do is go into the settings of our account, go into integrations, and then make sure you connect your Facebook and Instagram accounts here. Once those two accounts are connected, then it will allow you to go back into that automation, and you're going to be able to select your Facebook page as well as the post that you want this automation to react to. Now, before we configure our workflow trigger, because remember, this can either work with a post you already have out or one that you're going to post in the future. So before we configure this, let's go ahead and configure the actual actions that we want to happen. So the first one is going to be respond on comment. So this is the messaging that HighLevel has pre-put in here. You can go ahead and change this messaging if you like to match your brand or your image better. And you can also have it automatically like a comment. So once you're done configuring that, you're going to go ahead and hit save. Now remember, you can use custom values for this as well. So if you want to use, a contact name, you can do that here as well. Next up, we have the Facebook Interactive Messenger. So this is going to give you a few different options here. So the first thing is once you configure your message, so again, you can go in here, write out your message. You can use custom values for this as well, but the options for your buttons are going to be different. So you can have a call number button where basically they can click the button and instantly call your business. You can have a visit our website option where it's going to give them a button that populates your website whenever they click on it. And then lastly, we have the custom action here. So for this one, you're basically going to configure what happens next in the actions below. So as we can see for our custom action, their keyword was checklist. So they went through, we responded to their comment, and then the Facebook Interactive Messenger took over. Now, please note that if that person has not messaged your business within the last 24 hours, you're not going to be able to send the message out to them. So basically, if they haven't messaged your business, you're not going to be able to, automatically message them. So moving on, they commented on our post. We responded to their comment. Now the next action is to send a message back through Facebook Messenger. So here is the message that HighLevel has. Here's your checklist. So obviously if they opted into a lead magnet, and this message, we're going to be sending them that lead magnet, whether it's a link to something or a PDF, you're going to want to go ahead and send that in this message and then hit save. Now, additionally, if you want to enhance this automation, you can go ahead and add more Facebook messages to be sent out to kind of nurture that lead. You can also add them to an email or an SMS nurture drip if you already have them as a contact in your system. But this is going to be the basic layout for HighLevel's Facebook comment automation. Now, in order to make this recipe good for Instagram, all we have to do is go to add new trigger, type in Instagram, and it's going to pop up Instagram comments on a post. So we're going to configure this just like Facebook. So we're going to do page is GoHighLevel 360. We're going to add contains phrase. So here's where you're going to put in your keyword phrase. Then we're going to do post type is published. And then lastly, we're going to select what post. Now, additionally down here, if you only want to be tracking or sending this message to the first couple of people that comment on your post, you can go ahead and turn this feature on. If you don't care, you can go ahead and leave it turned off. And then go ahead and hit Save Trigger. So this action is actually going to work for either Facebook or Instagram, so you won't need to change this. However, you will need to adjust the Facebook Interactive Messenger, and we'll need to change this to an Instagram Interactive Messenger. Now there's two options here. If you are using one automation or one workflow for both your Instagram and Facebook, then you can add in an if-else sequence, which I'll show you. We'll just go here, we'll add in if-else, and we'll do workflow trigger is Facebook. We're going to add a new branch, and then for this one, this will be if the workflow trigger is Instagram. Now, adding this if-else sequence is not going to be necessary if you're doing two separate workflows, one for your Instagram, one for your Facebook. However, if you have a keyword where you're doing a post across Facebook and Instagram, you can go ahead and create one automation for this. So obviously, if somebody comes in through Facebook, it's going to take them workflow trigger as Facebook here to the Facebook Messenger. Now we need to configure the Messenger for Instagram. We're going to click the plus sign here, and we're going to search Interactive Messenger, and we're going to see both the Facebook and Instagram one is going to come up here. We're going to select Instagram Interactive Messenger. And now what we're probably going to want to do is just copy the messaging we have for Facebook and go ahead and paste it in here. Okay, and next we need to configure our buttons. So we're going to go ahead and do Add New Button, and here you can enter the button name, and then we're going to select the action. All right, and now we're going to add a new button, and we're going to label this the checklist. And then we're going to select Perform Action. Now for Instagram, you don't have the option to have a call button. You have the option to open it to a website or funnel and do a custom action. So now we're going to go ahead and hit save. And then don't forget at the bottom here, when you're inside of your interactive messenger, you're going to be able to select the wait time before the contact is moved to the next step. So make sure you configure that. So now we're going to add the Instagram Interactive Messenger, just so we can match what HighLevel set up for Facebook. You're going to want to go ahead and paste in your messaging here, and then of course adjust your timeout at the very bottom, and then hit save. So now essentially you have two separate triggers. So you have one for Facebook, one for Instagram, in one workflow. The respond to comment is going to be the same. It's going to work for either Facebook or Instagram. And then we have our workflow trigger is, if they're in Facebook, it's going to go down to the Facebook side of things. And then if they're in Instagram, it's going to go down to Instagram and send them that custom message. Once you're done configuring your automation, make sure you label it something that matches maybe the keyword that you're using to trigger this automation, and then go ahead and hit save. Now the next recipe we are going to look at is going to be HighLevel's Facebook comment automation with the workflow AI. So let's go ahead and select the recipe here. All right, now this is going to be a little bit different. So as we can see, the trigger for Facebook is still the same. However, what's going to change is the amount of actions here. So the first action is going to be a ChatGPT powered action. And this is going to be a custom action type, meaning that they're not using a pre-built prompt that HighLevel has as an option. They're going to give ChatGPT their own prompt. So as we can see, we can read through this. This is a prompt on my Facebook post by a user. It's telling them what you sell. So obviously you need to customize this. So you would need to put in what your business is or what you sell, and then you would need to adjust what the post is about. And then here it says prepare a response for this comment. And now this is the custom value for the Facebook comment on post. So if we go to our custom values, it's going to pop up a new custom value folder for Facebook comments on post, and then there is the custom value there. And then additionally, you can tell it how many words you would like the response to be and the tone of the response. Lastly, the temperature of ChatGPT. The more of a temperature you give it, the more liberal ChatGPT is going to be with crafting its own response based on what it thinks would be best. But if you want it to stick more to your script and more to the tone that you gave it, you're going to want to make sure your temperature is lower, at least 3 or below. 2, I think, is a good setting. So then hit save. And now you'll notice the next action to respond on comment is just going to be one comment response, and it's going to have the ChatGPT response. So the way you get this is by going over to the custom field section and going to ChatGPT and selecting number 1 comment response and then putting in the response. Now again, you can toggle it to automatically like the comment or not, depending on what you want to do. and then go ahead and hit save. Next we have analyze comment sentiment. So now we are going to ask ChatGPT to analyze the comment sentiment. So our input text, again, is going to be that Facebook comment on post custom value. And of course, the action type for this is going to be a pre-built template that HighLevel has to analyze the text sentiment. And here is the script. So it says just reply only with positive if the below message has positive intent and negative if the message has negative intent. So literally all ChatGPT is going to do is it's going to read through the person's comment, and if it's positive, the response ChatGPT is going to get is going to say positive, and if it's negative, ChatGPT is just going to say negative. Very simple. Next we have the condition action. So our condition or if-else sequence here is going to be based on ChatGPT's response. So as we can see, the way this is set up is the branch is going to be GPT, and this is going to be the second response. So this is analyze comment sentiment is, and then we're going to input positive. Now, if it's positive, we can see here that it has us messaging them directly through Facebook Messenger, and it's going to go ahead and give them access to what they requested. Now, if the sentiment is negative, obviously there is no action to send them a direct message because we don't really want to bother that person. Now again, if you would like to use this for Instagram, we're going to basically set it up the same way we did before. The only difference this time is our if-else sequence for whether it's coming in off of Facebook or Instagram is going to be at the very beginning of our automation. So we'll go to add new trigger, we'll type in Instagram, and then of course now we're going to configure our page is contains phrase. Go ahead and put in your keyword phrase. Filter is going to be post type published, and then here you would select your post and then go ahead and hit save. Now we're going to add an if-else sequence here based on our workflow trigger. Also, I want to make a quick side note. If you're ever inside an if-else branch and you're trying to do a branch based on the workflow trigger and you're noticing that your workflow trigger is not showing up here and you just added it, it's most likely because you didn't hit save on the workflow after adding the trigger. So just go ahead and make sure you hit save, and then your workflow trigger is going to populate. All right, so now I have my branch set up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit save at the top again, and I'm essentially going to duplicate everything that was already created and then switch it out for Instagram. So let's go ahead and copy all actions and go ahead and copy them to the Instagram branch here. Now for our comment response, the only thing that we're going to change here is we're going to change the Facebook to Instagram, and then the custom value is going to be changed to the Instagram as well. So now we have Instagram comments on a post. Go ahead and select comment body. Now another thing that HighLevel seems to do is if you're adding in a custom value, so let's just say I put my mouse right here, okay? And I go to add a new custom value, it's automatically going to go to the bottom of the prompt. So what I like to do is copy that custom value, then erase it, then go here, and I'm going to do Command V. Okay, and now I'm giving it the Instagram post response. Now I hit save, and next on respond on comment, this action is good for Facebook or Instagram, so we leave the action, but we change out the ChatGPT response. So now we're going to go to our custom values, and then under ChatGPT, we're going to look for number 3 comment response, and we're going to put in the response here, and then hit save. Now on analyze comment sentiment, again, we're simply going to change our input text to the Instagram. And as you can see, it automatically updated our prompt here. And then we're going to hit save. And then now for our condition, we're going to need to obviously update this if-else sequence because we're using a new response. So we're going to look for number 4, analyze comment sentiment is, and then put in positive. And now we're going to switch out the Facebook Interactive Messenger for the Instagram Interactive Messenger. So let's go ahead and delete this. And then we'll go to add, search Instagram Interactive Messenger here, and then just paste in that response. And then again, you can add a wait step here if you want to send more Facebook messages or Instagram DMs to that contact, and then hit save. And that is how you can use their Facebook comment and workflow AI workflow template. Again, you're going to want to adjust the workflow name, go ahead and hit save, and make sure you publish the workflow before going live. Now, one way to enhance the recipes that HighLevel has given us is to add a few more actions to the automations. So whether you're dealing with the workflow AI plus the Facebook comment or just the Facebook comment workflow, go ahead and go into that workflow. And one thing that I would add here just to enhance your marketing, if you are, or even if you're not currently doing Facebook ads, I highly recommend adding an action to add this person to your Facebook custom audience. So go ahead and go to your actions, type in custom, and it should pop up here, Facebook add to custom audience. You're going to want to select your Facebook account ID and then go ahead and select the customer audience you would like to add that person to. So the reason why we're doing this is because either right now, if you are running Facebook ads, you can instantly add that person into your custom audience and Facebook is going to retarget them with your ads. If you are not currently running ads, then you can hold that person in a custom audience database on Facebook, so that way when you do start to run ads, you can retarget those people then. Okay, and now the next thing you can do is if you are wanting to nurture this person through Facebook Messenger even more, I would recommend adding more Facebook messages or Instagram DMs after the initial message gets sent that sends them their free checklist or link to a webinar or whatever giveaway item you're giving them. I would add additional messages to go out to continue to nurture that prospect. And I would also make sure that if I am driving them to a funnel page where they have to opt in, that I have a nurture sequence set up for email, SMS, and then maybe even voice drops in that campaign as well. So that is how you can set up the Facebook or Instagram comment automation within GoHighLevel. This is a really cool new update, and I look forward to actually getting to use it on my Facebook and Instagram. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful, and I hope it really does help you set up your Facebook or Instagram comment automation. But if you guys do have any questions or need help, feel free to leave a comment down below. As always, if you like this video, leave a like, and if you want to see more content like this, more high-level how-tos and tutorials, please feel free to subscribe to my channel below. Now, I do want to mention to you guys, I have my own high-level agency, but I also offer high-level support and training to other high-levelers out there, whether you're an independent high-leveler or you're a high-level agency who needs help setting up sub-accounts or maybe understanding more of what you can do with high-level. If you want to learn more about our training services and products, go ahead and check out GoHighLevel360.com. I will leave it linked in the description. And if you guys just have questions or need somebody to help you with high-level, feel free to schedule a consultation with me. I'd be happy to help you out and walk you through your high-level account. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.